Hello, welcome back. Last time I got most of the issues worked out of the route in the room that I'm in. I had something that I thought would work if I could just execute it, but then I could not. But maybe today will be the day. Can review this. Super, spring, spring. Dash up left, dash down right, wave dash. Half ultra, spring, interrupt down left. Up right, down. Reverse wave into bunny hop, reverse wave into bunny hop. Air super. Fall down, get that. Wall bounce on this, making sure to be very firmly in contact with it so I get the boost to the right. Hit the lower spring, hit the upper spring, dash down. Reverse wave dash on this thing, which is now here. Air hyper on the switch. Go up here. I like how this ended up being the route. This is like what I wanted to do first, but I never could make it work until I had to work through a lot of other things. Anyway, bounce on that. Reverse hyper on the switch, right? Yes. Reverse wave dash. That's what it's called. It's a hyper. It is, but it just goes by a weird different name. Because that one actually has an official name. That takes me directly into the springboard without any extra dashes. Then the next dash that comes after that is very hard to time. But if I get it right, I come down here and I can dash up right and survive. Then dash upright again. I want to commit to the upright, not the right route, because right usually puts me into those spikes. I'll land somewhere vaguely over this thing and slightly to its right. Where theoretically I could reverse wave dash on it again. Getting to here, I want to either ultra or wave dash on this. If I ultra, I must modulate my jump and not go too high. Although if I'm going from all the way over here, that's going to be a very truncated ultra. Maybe I don't need to modulate if I start from that far left. Maybe my angle won't even make it if I start from that far left. I do not want to be trying to land perfectly on the left side of this to do an extended hyper. I need to initiate a wave dash from the air or an ultra. Alright, get over there somehow, do a low wall bounce on this so I hit the crystal. Wave dash that kind of on the left side to make it through here. Is it an up left dash? I think it's an up left dash into the vertical mover's spring. Yeah, the height of that. The height of that is about the height of this bottom spike on the top. You know, the one in the center. Spring the one time, dash straight up, spring the second time. Should put me into the white thing and the pink thing. Dash right, align for a wave dash on the third mover that's now here. And then that's the rim. That's the theory, but wow, it's going to be tough to make it work. Or maybe, today everything will go just super smooth and easy. So far, so pretty good. Okay, that was really good for like, as early as, okay. As early in the attempts as it is, but I gotta warm up, and hoping to make things happen. Nah. Nah. Why so often does that not reverse? I still don't understand. Yep, there it goes again. That's become my most common failure somehow. Hup, here we go. Okay. Looking good. Okay. So the theory is I want to reverse wave dash on that, and somehow chain that onto the next block. Yeah, but I don't know where I am. Alright, I must stop pausing there. Just, if I fail the run because I didn't know what to do, just try again. Don't pause. Like, pausing just wrecks my timing too much. That's my problem. Whoops! Okay. Oh, that lines me up for a forward wave dash. Okay, so doing that without pausing made that clearer. Okay, so wait just a little longer, do it forward. Okay. Today that's not being a problem. Right, I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, alright, so that was that too high ultra. If that's what naturally happens, then maybe I should just get used to modulating the ultra, because I know that will probably work. Alright, well, I have to do something. Since I'm not able to convince myself to wave dash, let's try convincing myself of the other thing. Oops, no. Here we go. No, that time it was lining me up to land. Well, last time I was able to land and continue with a wave dash. Okay, well, I guess that's the plan then. Nope. I tried to correct, but not enough. Good enough, maybe. Yep, okay. I didn't modulate. It's so hard to do. Like, that's just... when I'm doing an ultra, I always want a big full ultra. My thumb does not understand the concept of not holding the button the whole time. I guess I've gotten used to correcting for no boost, so no boost isn't such a death sentence anymore. Alright. Well, I didn't hold the button the whole time, but it didn't matter. There was no whole time to hold it. There was only a wall jump with blue hair. I corrected. Okay, I feel like I'm gaining some control here. Yo, okay, I mean, this is wrong. I'll try it anyway. So that was technically a record. Not just technically, like that was actually a record. Okay. A lot of the problems I was having last session have faded away. Like the non-stop failure spots like at the very start here just are no longer non-stop. They stop. That reverse failure still happens a lot, and I still don't actually understand what I'm doing wrong when it happens. I have to assume I'm just not pressing the right direction early enough. But it doesn't feel like that's what I'm doing. But I have to assume it is, because like what else could it be? Whoop. Nope. Ah. Nope. It's nice that there's 2 up dashes before the wall bounce, which theoretically gives me time to correct if my position's wrong. But there's that theoretically in there. Okay. Well, okay. I sort of did what I wanted to do, but not well enough. I think I was even lined up for that wall bounce, it's just I was too low. What? Nope. Nope. No. Okay, so my reverse problem went away, now I just have an air hyper aiming problem. Getting on that button is pretty hard. I'm good, okay, I did it. Dang it. Nope. Ah. Nope. Okay. Wow. Nope. Here we go. Oh, hey, that worked. So, I have a problem. Alright, good. So that allowed me to experience a new problem. This wave dash here is too weak. The presence of those spikes on the upper right tells me that it's definitely not meant to be an air hyper. It's a wave dash. Am I just not aiming left enough on that platform? See, the issue is, I just didn't really have a good dash location or direction. So a wave dash seems to inevitably put me into this spike here. Or even that one. Like, it just does not go far enough. But again, maybe I'm aiming too far right. If it were... Okay, so if I'm hitting the very rightmost point, and I hit the leftmost point instead... Oh, I could... There's some coyote time involved? Theoretically, I could be like 3 tiles farther left than I am, and that would be enough. So, I don't know what kind of thing I did here. Here's an idea. What if no dash is involved? I just land and jump. Just land and jump. Just land and jump. Don't dash there. So do a hyper wave dash on this. Just land and jump. Don't do an extra dash for the ultra. Maybe that will align me correctly for this. Okay, so that's my mission. I'm not going to worry about the next problem yet. I just want to see if the no dash approach works. Oops. The no dash approach. Yes. So I'm definitely going fairly far right there. Yeah, I'm too far right. I need to be lefter on that platform to get a good wave dash. But okay, good. That's a problem that I think I can do something about. So for that wall bounce, just be holding left the whole time after initiating it. That is a left wall bounce. Okay. Left wall bounce. If I don't align well in the air, then just stay on the platform for a little longer during the dash. Like, my feet need to depart from the left side of that. It matters less where they connect, but the departure needs to be left. Or even, like, here. Because I get a few frames of extra buffer after that. Okay, and then a climb that I sometimes have trouble with. Today, that's not really being much of a problem. I still die in these very first 2 moves sometimes, but not often. Which bodes well for having to do it at the end of the room. Everything after that is pretty free? Assuming the alignment is good enough to put me into both of the things I'm going to touch there, which it's going to have to be. Then I just do a right dash, align with the thing that I don't know where it'll be, but hopefully in a good spot. Do an easy wave dash and be done. Okay, that's the theory. Ooh. Recoverable. Ah, too early. This feels weird, but it all worked. That didn't. That feels weird, but it worked. That did. Dope. I corrected left. I don't think it was necessary, but it... Aw. Nope. There we go. Nope. Good. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, as I thought, I'm too far left for that. Or sorry, I'm too far left. I'm too late for that. I need to step on the gas pedal more somewhere. Yeah, I didn't vocalize this before, but I did notice that was awfully far over to the right. If it were farther left, though, how would I catch that springboard? Left side of that is spiky, so there's obviously no going up the left. One up dash would not get me to the upper springboard in time. It's too high up. But that seems like a problem, though, doesn't it? Alright, theories for how to get there quicker. Land the reverse wave dash on this, maybe do the ultra there so I can do this turnaround quicker, or like get to this spot quicker. But even so, what about the problem of, well, actually, if I'm left enough to clear this spike. Alright, gonna have to, do I need to get out the ruler? No, I'm gonna measure a different way. So from about where my finger is, that height, a height that matches this spike that I keep hitting. So if Madeline's body is at the height of that spike, but obviously left of it so you don't touch it. and I dash up left. So about where that like heart-shaped rock is, just like on the left side of it, which is parallax, so now center of the screen about is where the bottom spring on that mover will be, which is the correct distance from this to be able to interrupt the spring, dash up, get the second spring. Yes, okay. Okay, so now I have a speed problem. And I think the solution is going to have to be nail this reverse wave dash here and do the ultra modulated here. Like, that's where it seems like I have the flexibility to do something different. When do I dash for the ultra? I do not know how to calculate that angle. I know some ways. I'm going to predict that the point where I want to dash down right is about here? Maybe a little to the right? About where this thing was, but it won't be there anymore. So like sort of in the middle of this cluster of spikes is around where I want to dash down right. Don't be too much farther right of that or you'll miss that thing entirely. Yes, I'm worried about those spikes. Yes, I'm worried about not making it there. But with the speed I get from the reverse wave dash, right around here should be right? Okay. So focus on dashing down right at that point. I'll land here, slide a bit, jump, do a short jump. Be sure to modulate, then I wall bounce, then I go back, then I'm early enough in theory. Okay, so that is probably the final complication. Enough things prior to that have calmed down that I might have enough control to do something about it. My timing's weird, this is concerning. Yeah, like I haven't set up myself up well because like there was no distance between mover 1 and 2. So doing this part quickly does matter. Yeah, like everything from the point that that gets activated to the point where I last have to use it is a race. Like it's all included. Yeah, so see how the spacing of those is so much different? That's much better. There's like 3 tiles between them instead of 0. That's what I want to see. I think that boost is required, because, like, the speed matters here. Okay, I tried for the reverse wave dash. It was actually a pretty good try. Better than I expected. Just need to aim slightly farther left. No! Yes. I forgot to do the thing, and yeah, alright. No! Oh, I should be fast falling. Right, I keep forgetting. And I also forget what to do there. I'm not used to it. Yes. I keep forgetting to fast fall. And I don't know how to aim that. Nope. Fast fall. Oh, well, I didn't get a chance. Fast fall. Oh, as I thought, that messed me up. And it'll barely make a difference. Let's not. I tried it once. That was enough. Okay. No. Never have landed that yet. Nope. Not how I'd prefer to do that, but maybe it's good enough. I don't know. Don't! Blue hair there makes the Homer Simpson come out. Ah! Ah! Dough! Huh? Okay, good. I don't know how to time that. Ever. I'm always guessing, and sometimes I'm wrong. Okay. I guessed right, but I didn't know what to do there. So I'm gonna continue, but I'm way too late. Whoa! I'm not? So that was a record. I didn't have to change anything to, Hold on, can I do that here too? What am I trying to check? So there's... I need a lot less... I don't need as much horizontal space as I thought, so my timing there was not a problem. I wasn't sure I was aimed for all of those things. Alright, so new issue. Alright, there was another one hiding in here. This takes some time to get out of the way. I still had plenty of time before that thing shattered, I think. So my first dash from here should be an upright. Probably. To give that a little bit more time to get out of the way. Okay. Upright dash there. I don't actually have to change anything in my approach to this. So go back to the old way because it's easier. By the way, I'm just short of the hour mark and last 15 minutes of that have contained only that one good attempt that you just saw. But I'm close. I did see one last problem, but also the second last problem turned out not to be. Maybe I just do, like, the opening part of the race really well, and then the end doesn't have to be as precise? That would make sense. Yeah, like if I'm fast here, and I have a visual marker, that was a good attempt there. Like it's the horizontal spacing between this one and the thing above it. Then maybe I'm good. Okay. Ah! Okay, so don't change anything. Whoops, I forgot how to wave dash on that. It's easy to forget. I mean, if you want to do the reverse wave dash, it'll probably work. I still do want to, at least once. But it's probably not gonna happen. No. Ooh, that was extra fast. Oh, really? How? No. Okay. No. I'm gonna stop trying for that, because I know it's not necessary and I've never been able to land it, and maybe I never will. Never can. Ah. Yes, okay. No! Yes, no. So if I'm not... Okay, I can simplify things. Since I don't need a dash... Oh, this will help. Since I don't need a dash between here and here, I can just do a grounded, non-extended hyper on that thing. Land, hyper immediately, then jump. Yes, okay. If I can remember what I'm trying to do, that will simplify things greatly. Bad timing. Let's see if it works out. I guess I won't. No. Yes, okay. No! Sure. There we go. Okay. Okay. The idea was land, non-extended hyper, and do that. That wasn't enough speed. Concerning. Ah! Okay. That doesn't work. So every time I've done that, I've come up short on speed. Why is it different from doing the other thing? Well, because I start from farther left, I guess? Good enough, even without that. Nice and fast, but that failed. Okay. So just waiting a second makes that work fine, and just doing the wave dash as I do, which it wasn't even a wave dash, my hair was still blue. I don't know, that pattern has been the closest to working for me. I had a run that could have won that used that route, so I'm not going to change it because I don't understand how to do anything else. Yes. What was that? I did a weird little tiny jump. I thought I pressed the jump button fully, but I guess not. No. Whoa! Okay. No. 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 I don't know when. Let's try now. Didn't work. I tried something different. Still didn't work. What? No! Dang. Oh, what? Oh, that's a new one. I'm surprised all of that worked. What? Even an upright there wasn't high enough. No, boom. Alright, it's an hour 45. My fingers hurt. I'm theoretically like one good run away from finishing the room, but that's getting harder and harder to achieve as my motor control degrades. So yeah, like I can't weave this into some specific narrative. This is just the reality of this is an actual play session of this game. And if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done because of my own human limitations. I want to, but it's just... So I'll show you my current standards. It's just when I want to... What degrades over the course of the day is my ability to time things and my ability to choose the dash direction that I actually want to use. So, like, there we go, I'm here. And see that timing, that was way too early. I know afterwards, but I don't have the ability to control myself and do it later and, like, predict that ahead of time. I can only look back and see what went wrong. And in some spots I can't even do that much. Didn't get the boost because I guess I wasn't far left enough on the thing. My fingers just sort of spasmed and hit too many buttons right there. I'm not waiting for the respawn, so my hair's not coming back because the timing's messed up. No excuse on that one. Just a tiny little microscopic timing was a little bit too late on a jump, so therefore the run died, because I was too far right to clear those spikes. Yeah. No boost, which is the death sentence, but it's annoying. Makes victory less likely. Yeah, so this is what it looks like at the end of the day. At the end of an attempt when I just don't really have enough control over myself to do these things reliably. Like at the beginning of the day, I was getting to pass the hard part like 1 time in 3? It was really good. Now, like 15-20 minutes goes by without a single attempt that crosses the threshold where I consider it a good run. Which I guess is doing the reverse on this switch. Yeah, it's when I do the reverse wave dash on that switch that it becomes a good run. And it's been a long time since I've had one of those, and it's unclear whether I will have any more today. Yeah, that happens a lot, as you can see. 3 times in a row. Yeah, alright, my body is no longer capable of playing this game for the day, so maybe next time. Just the reality. All I can do. Next time, hopefully.